Hey there! You probably know by now that the way you speak determines how people accord you respect. Did you know that it is wrong to say, I schooled at the University of Port Harcourt? Rather, you should say, I attended the University of Port Harcourt. It is wrong to say, she has taken in. Rather, you should say, she's pregnant. It's also wrong to say, my phone is spoiled. Rather, you should say, my phone is broken, my phone has packed up, or my phone is out of order. Now, that's why a program has been designed to help you improve your spoken and written English. Join me on this station every Saturday from 5:30 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. on the program English with King Ife to learn new things that can help you improve your fluency and eloquence. I am King Ife and I love to see you prosper. Hello there. You are welcome to English with King Ife, a program designed to help you improve the way you speak the English language and help you correct all the grammatical errors that many of us are used to. This is to help you prepare for examinations such as IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and all other examinations that test your writing and speaking proficiency in the English language. Without further ado, let us get down to brass tacks. Today, we are going to take a look at the countability of noun. Many of us have no clue that some nouns are actually uncountable. For example, you are most likely to hear someone say, I have a good news for you. He gave me an advice. I received a feedback from the police. Now, all these sentences are grammatically incorrect because we use the indefinite article with them. The words news, advice, and feedback are all uncountable nouns, and so you should not pluralize them or use them with an indefinite article. Instead of saying, I have a good news for you, you should say, I have good news for you. Instead of saying, he gave me a great advice, you should say, he gave me great advice. Now, pay attention to the pronunciation of advice. The pronunciation is not advice, rather you say advice. He advised me, she advised me, I got good advice from her, I got great advice from her. So it is not I got great advice from her. Listen carefully to the pronunciation. Instead of saying I received a feedback from the police, say I received feedback from the police. In that same vein, uncountable nouns should not be pluralized in any way. It is wrong to say advices or feedbacks. Okay? Now, there are other common words that we use daily that are actually uncountable, but we use them as countable nouns. For example, the word stationery, which means writing and other office materials. Often we say stationaries. This is wrong. Cutlery is another word which means knives, forks, and spoons for serving. This word is often pluralized and called cutleries. This is also wrong. The next word is jewelry. Jewelry is often wrongly pluralized as jewelries. This is also wrong. Now, let's quickly take a look at this word, evidence. The word evidence should be uncountable in normal and in standard English, although in academic English, it is permissible to make it countable. Now, be careful the way you use the word evidence. Rather than say, where are your evidences? You should say, where is your evidence? Now, some of you might be asking, how can one tell a word that is uncountable? Well, I have made a list of some uncountable nouns we use wrongly. You can find them on my website at englishwithkingife.com. Ife is spelled I-F-E-Y. Now, let's go over to words we often mispronounce. This segment is not set out to impose an accent upon anyone. Rather, it aims to help you correct your mispronunciations of words that are due to you not knowing the right pronunciation for the words. You also need to be aware that there are two categories of mispronunciations. The first is mispronunciation due to mother tongue, and the second is mispronunciation due to ignorance. We shall focus mostly on mispronunciation due to ignorance because you can easily fix them but mispronunciation due to mother tongue interferences are often difficult to deal with and can take time and practice to overcome. Let's take a look at these 5 words and how to properly pronounce them. Now, the first word is dove. A dove is a type of bird. We often pronounce this word as dove instead of dove. The word dove rhymes with love, and if you can't pronounce love as love, then you should not pronounce dove as dove. Same thing goes for the word hand gloves. Most people often say hand gloves, but this is wrong. The right thing to say is hand gloves. Gloves, doves, love. Let's use the word in a sentence. My sister is as gentle as a dove. You will love her. The second word is the word Google. The word Google is often mispronounced as goggle. Let's use it in a sentence. You say, let me Google to see if I can get more supporting evidence to my claims. Do not say, let me Google to see if I can get more supporting evidence to my claims. The right word to use there is Google. The third word we've got here is the word fiancé. Fiancé for the male and for the female. Now, both the male and the female are pronounced the same way. The male is not pronounced fiancé and the female is not pronounced fiancée. Rather, the two of them are pronounced the same way, which is fiancé, and it should be pronounced to rhyme with the word Beyonce. Here's a sentence for you. Leonard, my fiancé, does not like listening to Beyonce's music. Another sentence. My fiancé's name is Beyonce. So the word is fiancé. Fiancé for the male and fiancée for the female. Now, let's quickly go over to idioms. Idioms are phrases or expressions that have figurative or sometimes literal meaning. Idioms are fixed expressions that don't allow changes to their structures. So, idioms should not be changed for whatsoever reason. Okay? Let's take a look at some of the idioms that we have changed right here in Nigeria. It is wrong to say, birds of the same feather flock together. Rather, you should say, birds of a feather flock together. It is wrong to also say, after he had the terrible nightmare, he turned over a new leaf. This is wrong. You shouldn't use leaf there. It should be leaf. After he had that terrible nightmare, he turned over a new leaf. So the leaf is L-E-A-F and not L-E-A-V-E. Now the next is, I followed the instruction to the letter. Now this is wrong. You should say, I followed the instruction to the letter. Now the letter here is L-E-T-T-E-R. That is the right thing to say. I followed the instruction to the letter, not to the latter. And finally, we have, that was a slip of tongue. It is wrong to say that. Now, when saying this expression, you should use the definite article the. It should be rightly put at that was a slip of the tongue. That was a slip of the tongue, not that was a slip of tongue. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot today. In case you would like to get more information, please check us out on our social media page via Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at king_ife. Follow my Facebook page at King Ife. Ife is spelled I-F-E-Y. You can also subscribe and watch my videos on YouTube at my YouTube channel at English with King Ife. Finally, you can also get this episode of English with King Ife on my website, englishwithkingife.com. I equally have an ebook that is called Win with the Right Grammar, which will enable you excel in your IELTS, TOEFL writing, improve your professional writing as well, and make you speak a whole lot better. If you like the program and want to support or sponsor it in whatever way you can, please send us a mail at kingifemoyally@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. I am King Ife. and I more than anything love to see you prosper. Hey there! You probably know by now that the way you speak determines how people accord you respect. Did you know that it is wrong to say, I schooled at the University of Port Harcourt? Rather, you should say, I attended the University of Port Harcourt. It is wrong to say, she has taken in. Rather, you should say, she is pregnant. It's also wrong to say, my phone is spoiled. Rather, you should say, my phone is broken, my phone has packed up, or my phone is out of order. Now, that's why a program has been designed to help you improve your spoken and written English. Join me on this station every Saturday from 5:30 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. on the program English with King Ife to learn new things that can help you improve your fluency and eloquence. I am King Ife and I love to see you prosper.